The cheapest Lumia is this 535 model, and it doesn't wear a Nokia but a Microsoft name on it. You asked us how good it is, so check our review.
Gadget Compare.
Design is very similar like with the previous Nokia Lumia models. I think it's very attractive. This plastic looks very appealing. I got it in this nice blue color, and it's something that distinguishes Windows Phone from Android phones, because I don't think there is a Windows Phone that looks this nice. But on the front, this display, you can see this is a cheaper device. It doesn't look very spectacular. It has Gorilla Glass on it, but for me it looks like plastic. And it's a little bit bulkier and a little bit heavier compared to its dimensions. It has 8.8 millimeters, which is not very thick, but it's not thinned out as modern Android devices or cheaper Android devices. Ergonomically, these keys here are precise for touch, but I hate those keys below the screen. They're not divided from the screen anymore. They're part of the screen and they're too small, so while using the interface I used to click something else rather than these keys on the bottom. The display, I'll get back to that a little bit later. The display is 5-inch. It has 220 ppi pixel density, which is pretty good, but it's an IPS display, but it's not an awesome display. It's just good enough. Viewing angles are okay, but colors change when you look at it from other angles, so it's not the best IPS display. I think LG Alfino has a better IPS display. This is the same price range I'm talking about. If you go outdoors and use this phone outdoors, the display, it doesn't have an automatic brightness sensor, so it won't be really usable outdoors in direct sunlight. You'll have to find some shadow to be able to see it. And the keyboard hasn't been upgraded for a really long time, and keys are too narrow for me. I have bigger fingers, so I think keyboard really should have been upgraded, but since this is a wider display, I must say that I didn't mistype very much. Now, the Windows Phone interface is pretty easy to use. One day when I'll be a grandpa, this is the phone I'll be using because I love these big icons. Don't get offended, it's very easy to use. You have you can swipe on the menu here. You have alphabetically ordered menu, and all the options are pretty easy to use. You have all the applications you need, WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, but they're not synchronized, all the options like on Android. I think Android is the best when you want to share something, the picture from or video from YouTube on WhatsApp. You can't do that here. Copy paste option is not available in YouTube application provided from Microsoft. So it's kind of awkward. Microsoft should be for advanced users, for geeks, programmers, or guys like that. But they have a very easy to use interface, so it's awkward. The speaker is pretty loud, but the sound quality is, it's average. It's good enough, nothing special. But the great thing is that when you play a song, you can lock the device and still the sound will be playing. This is actually a pretty good speaker, the small one here. To see how fast it is and how the Antutu benchmark, or how slow it is and how is it playing games on this device, check my other video that I recorded, how fast Lumia 535 is. Also, I'll say that it has a front 5 megapixel and a back 5 and a rear 5 megapixel camera. But for that, check my review of the cameras on Lumia 535. In the end, it's definitely an advantage that Microsoft phones have a distinctive design that looks like no Android looks. But still, you can see this is a cheaper device. It just the build quality and everything. But don't get offended. I'll be a grandpa one day, and when I get to be a grandpa, this is the phone I'm gonna buy. It has huge icons, very easy to use settings menu and everything. Not a lot of options. You get all the applications you need. So if this is your first smartphone, or and you're not into technology too much, this might be a pretty good choice, especially if you're looking for a cheaper device. Hope I helped you a little bit with choosing what to buy. Check my review of this Lumia 535 on GdgtCompare.com. Check all the grades, the camera samples and everything. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, subscribe to our channel, and that's it. Thanks for watching.